Hello, everyone. Welcome to Respawn Aim Fire, the Kick-Ass. Oh, there was an error. There's an error. 404, episode 404. Jesus, right? Episode 404. There's an error. I don't code on the internet.
Error.
Error.
The NPC from Zelda 2.
Who's
Adventure
speaking
of
right
Link?
now? Welcome to Respawn Aim Fire, the Kick-Ass Revenue Gaming Podcast from Ralph Video. So I'm your host, Adam. I'm speaking on the mic, Gumbert. And today I have with us a full crew. First, we have Chad. Tell me about that Zelda guy, Michael Innes.
Oh, man, you know that 404 guy from Zelda 2? Is that the guy that we're talking about?
Not a bad game, who
404,
knows?
man.
We also have with us Joel. How you doing there, buddy? Campos.
I'm good. I'm back. I got a slight headache. Excited to talk about some video games.
Hell yeah. We also have with us Alexander Kozina. I will not be hearing about Zelda 2 from you. I will turn off my microphone and my camera.
So the whole thing with error in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, is he has a friend called Bagu. And unfortunately, it's one of those situations where there was a pun that didn't come across in translation because it wasn't translated well. His friend Bagu means bug in Japanese. You would say bug as Bagu. So error and his friend Bug, but they translated it as Bagu. So the joke was lost to time in translation. That's all I have to say about Zelda 2.
I heard Bagu, and then I was trying to think, I was like, isn't there an enemy called Bagu? And then that got me, there's a Gundam apparently called Bagu. But there is an enemy, a dungeon in Ocarina of Time called Jabu. And that's what
Jabu, that's it.
Jabu.
That's who he is. Jabu. He comes back in the Wind Waker as Jaboon.
Catch us live on twitch.tv/HalfWitty. Monday evenings at 8:30 Eastern Time. YouTube and podcast services Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Housekeeping, July and August. The Barf game, backlog accomplishment with Respawn and Friends is Clear Obscure Expedition 33. So we will be reviewing and talking about that pretty soon because it's already the middle of August. So listen in on that review for that video game. Also, Rafter Dark Episode 7 is now in early access for Patreon. That one is when Cozy went on a date, which was really just an Uber, but you have to pay $1 and figure out what happened to that story.
Joel, you gotta return to Rafter Dark because all we do nowadays is talk about IKEA. We're locked in a room with IKEA and it won't let us out. We need you to save us.
There's nothing wrong with that. I went to IKEA a few times since the last time I was on Rafter Dark. So maybe I got a thing or two to say about IKEA.
Huh?
Okay.
IKEA cast, everyone. We're going to move on to our main quest for the day. Listen, you're listening to this on Wednesday more than likely. We know Kirby showed his ass. We know Jeff Keighley had Hollow Knight or Hades get shadow dropped to his thing. We are in the past.
You thought mouthful mode was great. Just wait till you see assful mode.
Assful
Kirby
mode.
and the Forgotten Lands, Forgotten Switch 2.
But we can't talk about that because we were recording in the past. So I hope that all went well. Good job, Jeff, or awful job, Jeff. But Pokemon World Championship did happen over the weekend. This is everything that happened that I thought was worth talking about from Casey DeFreitas at IGN.com. The yet-to-be-released Pokemon Champions, coming to mobile and Switch in 2026, will be the game used in the official Championship Series video game format in 2026 and beyond. So there's a new game for all the kids trying to win those red hats and put them backwards like Ash did.
Yeah,
that's the game they showed off earlier this year. Is like the mobile /Switch 2 game that is like just battling, which is to be honest not the part of the game that I'm like super into. So cool that they got a game just for that.
This is a good thing, though. Just like a little bit of perspective. Typically in the past at these Pokemon Championship events, for the video game side of things, they'll use whatever the most recently released mainline game is for that side of things. And so what that meant was, in the past, whenever you would want to compete in the video game side of things, you would always have to have gone out, gotten the most recent Pokemon game, got to the point in that game where you can get to the more kind of competitive side of things, which could be like quite the investment in terms of both time and hours. Whereas Pokemon Championships will serve as sort of like an easy to go, relatively inexpensive hub for a lot of this stuff sort of going forward indefinitely. So people aren't constantly going out and buying a new game every few years and logging, a dozen hours or so into it until they can get to the point where they can compete in the competitive side of things in that. So good stuff.
All right, next up on the list, a new season is coming to Pokemon TCG Pocket this fall, and with it, the debut of Mega Evolution Pokemon. Ooh, yeah. You guys still playing that game? You guys were hot and heavy for like a month.
All day, every day.
Still do? Very cool.
Ripping packs.
It launched at the same time, or rather, I was deep into Balatro when it like rose to popularity, and so it was a little bit difficult for me to juggle two like competitive, addictive card-based games at the same time. At some point, like I'm telling you right now, at some point in the future, I will get back into this game. I did not get into Pokemon Go the original day it first came out. It took me like a few months to get into it. I'm sure it'll be a similar situation with this game at some point because I liked what I played of it when it first came out.
I like this game a lot. I still play it every day. I do have my qualms with this game. QUALMS, says Helga Pataki's dad. I have my qualms with this game is that it's going too fast. They're releasing packs too quickly, and I don't have any actual chance of completing a collection before the next one comes out. And you can't go, but like, there's no way I'm going to go back and spend all of my precious hourglasses on older packs just to complete that collection when the newer ones have all the cards that are meta that are going to be part of the, battling system and all of the stuff that's needed to do all the tasks for the future. It's like, it's too much. Too many cards, too many packs. They got to slow down. Let me catch up. And I've been playing it every day, and I've even spent real life money in this thing, and I'm still not caught up. So,
Joel, what about you?
I'm excited for Mega Pokemon, however the hell that ends up getting in there.
Whatever that means.
Yeah,
You still playing?
I open the packs every day. I don't necessarily play much of the actual card game itself. I just enjoy ripping the packs and collecting them. But yeah, same issue with Chad is they're coming out too fast to where there's no way I can collect everything. It's almost impossible. But yeah, I don't know. I like the dopamine hit that I get for opening the packs every day. And sometimes typically on the weekend, I completely forget to open my packs. So then I'll wake up Monday and be like, oh, fuck. Because it's definitely something I like doing in the middle of my workday. So yeah, it's fine. I wish that they either didn't release so much so fast or just made it actually obtainable to get all these cards.
That's where the real money comes in. Last on my list, if you have something, let me know. The latest trailers shown during the Pokemon World Championship closing ceremonies featured a breakdown of Z to A, or Pokemon ZA, Battle Club's 4-player ranked battles. The goal is to get the most knockouts you can before the 3-minute timer is up, and you can rejoin after one of your Pokemon faints. These real-time link battles can be played locally or online against other players. Again, I think the video probably explains it better, but it's like, oh, cool, we have... This was that arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever Kaiba and Yugi had to team up on top of the roof, and if they lost, the glass would have broken, they would have died. This is what they're doing in Pokemon now.
So, I don't have a whole lot to say about Legends CA, but I actually have a fun little anecdote to share. So, this upcoming September, towards the end of the month, I'm actually going to be flying in very briefly for the weekend to Vancouver, Canada. Because there is a Pokemon Go event that's actually going to be happening there in the city. There's a while back, they used to do these events called Pokemon Go Safari Zone events. The pandemic briefly killed them, but they've been bringing them back over the course of the past few years. And one of those events is happening in Vancouver. My uncle, Thomas, lives near Vancouver. He's a little bit outside the city, but I just sent him an email as a courtesy call being like, hey, I'm going to be in town in Vancouver. If you have an opportunity to meet up, we can certainly meet up and it'll be fun. And I mentioned that I was going in town to play Pokemon Go there. And he sent me this email. Alex, I was wondering, what are the specifications of your computer, like the CPU, the number of cores and threads, and the GPU card? Pokemon Legends ZA Nintendo Switch is arriving on October 16th, 2025. Do you think that you'll get a copy? You can play the game on a PC, but you'll need an emulator. And I'm just completely baffled because, like, my uncle is the kind of guy that, like, he knows that Pokemon is a thing, but he doesn't really have much insight into the games themselves. So I don't understand how he knows that Pokemon Legends ZA is a game that's coming out. He doesn't know that it's releasing on the Nintendo Switch, even though he wrote Nintendo Switch in the email, but he does know that I could theoretically play it allegedly on a PC, allegedly with an emulator after it releases.
And he needs to know how many cores and does it have hyper-threading and all.
He's a nice person. I appreciate him reaching out and trying to, be invested in what I'm up to, but I just found that a very weird interaction. That's all I gotta say.
That was pretty hilarious, to be honest
Big
with
Tom.
you. Was there anything else? Because I didn't copy everything over. I know, Chad, apparently next year all the Pokemon stuff's going to be in your neck of the woods. Was there anything you're interested about? Or?
That Pokemon XP they announced, Pokemon Experience, is like a Pokemon-focused convention. And they don't have much information about it online other than they're going to sell tickets to it a year in advance, starting in less than a month. And tickets cost $120, and then you go to the convention center in San Francisco, and who knows what happens? Just a bunch of freaking circle jerks around on a concrete floor with a bunch of pins and Pokemon merch you can buy. I don't know, but yeah, I looked at the information. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. They're like, oh, you can come and build crafts, and you can learn how to play the card game, and maybe you'll take home something special. And it's like all of that shit. It's like, I don't think I would go to this. I just want to go buy the shit because there's all like exclusive merch, and I just want to go and like look at what merch they have. So I probably won't go to this at all unless somebody that I know twists my arm and is in town and happens to also go to it, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll go. So if you're thinking in a month from now you want to spend $120 on tickets to a mystery Pokemon event that we're most likely not going to enjoy being at, just for looking at stores to buy things at.
My question is, are tickets to the Pokemon XP tied into the ticket for the Pokemon World Championship?
There's a $150 ticket that gets you access to both.
Okay. So Pokemon XP is just 120?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I hope that
and those are all the early bird or Pidgey prices that they have.
Pidgey prices.
Eventually those will go up $30 each as well.
Those PPs. I'm probably not going to be going to this event. I hope on the merch side of things that one of the things that they do is that they just have like plushies or dolls or what have you of every single 1,000 plus Pokemon in existence. One of the minor little complaints that I had of the Pokemon centers in Japan when I was in Japan a few months ago is that like I really had to look to find some of my favorite Pokemon because they usually only have a limited quantity of what Pokemon are available, which makes sense because there are now over 1,000 and these Pokemon centers are only so big. But like this Aggron plushie that I got from like one of the last Pokemon centers I visited, I only got it from the last Pokemon center I visited because they were the only ones that had this guy. So I would hope for your sake, Chad, considering it seems like you're the most likely of us to go to it, that they have every single 1,000 plus of these guys at it.
Who knows? It's a mystery. The only thing that I like, if I do end up going, every ticket comes with like a collectible, like exclusive pin, and also, what was it? And there's like 2 trading card packs. And if I do end up going, what I've learned from conventions is that you can sell that shit for like $25,000 online afterwards. So like, the ticket will pay for itself.
Very true. All right. We're going to move on to playtime. Talking about playtime. I want to start with Joel just because the first thing on your list, is it the thing that I'm thinking or is that something different?
What are you thinking?
Hot twat.
Why put it in here in parentheses? Heed the call. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
You playing Heed the Call? Okay.
Nope. I started playing a game, hold on, that I'm not going to talk too much about, but I'm going to share my screen here. Hold on. Sorry, I was not prepared. I started playing this game that is called Hide the Corpse. And I'm playing this to review for... Oh, this is somebody's like video, but I'm reviewing this for GameSandwich.com. It just came to PSVR 2 last week. The premise of the game is just you You wake up in the room with this dead body. His name is Gus. He's dressed like he's from the 70s. And the whole objective is you have to hide his corpse. You have 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. I think it's 4. And you have to hide his corpse and cover your tracks so that when the cops come in, they don't find him. And it's like super.
That is a great concept.
It's super fun. Here's the thing though, is like, when you don't play VR that frequently, which I have not been playing my VR for a while, I get VR sick pretty easily right now, just because like if I haven't played in a while, it just makes me sick. So playing this makes me a little sick, but yeah, it's super goofy. Like the physics are goofy. You could see here he's trying to like pick him up and shove him in this closet. Yeah, there's 6 different maps. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. Definitely something I'll like launch if I have people over and we're trying to do something goofy, because it's like very quick, right? 4 minutes in and out, and you can just watch somebody. It's a good time. And like obviously like his arm's not going to bend. Like on this level specifically, like I hit him in the bathtub and just filled it with water and then threw a bunch of soap in it, and they didn't find him because it was just like he was in the bathtub. You can like, there's a couch here, you can rip all the cushions off. And in the couch, there's just like a hole shaped in the shape of a body under the cushions, where it's like, this is suspicious. Why did this guy even have this here? But yeah, and then you got to cover all your fingerprints too, so the cops don't see everything you touch. So you got to go get like the sponge and clean up everything you touched. It gives me mad anxiety playing it, because like the whole time you just hear the countdown going. You hear the cops like pounding on the door. It's just like super goofy and super fun. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's not something I could play too much of because, again, I've been getting kind of VR sick playing it, but good game.
So like you just do something crazy and then like they come in and walk around and try to see if they find the body?
They don't even walk around. It just kind of like cuts to a scene. So like if I hid him in this closet, right? Like the game knows where I hid it. It'll just show them like, and they'll have some sort of dialogue where it's like, they'll be like, and then the thing will pop up and be like, they did not find the corpse. Like, you've successfully hid the corpse. That kind of thing. There's skins you can unlock for Gus here, but I mean, the original skin here is just so cool. Like, why would you ever change that? All the other ones are pretty lame. But yeah, you open the door and like, nothing to see here, officer. And then they go and look. You can kind of see it here. They're showing it.
Oh, yeah. They zero in on it. That's funny.
It looks like they don't find the corpse in this situation.
So the corpse was hidden. There you go.
Yeah, you get a little dance party at the end.
Gus dancing.
Yeah,
VR just be doing whatever the fuck they want to do, don't they?
It's honestly like, this is such a good concept for a game because it's just silly and fun. I don't know what the hell that was.
And it's $15 on PSVR too.
And
apparently $9 on MetaQuest because it was on MetaQuest before.
Or $15, I would say.
Multi-platform, PlayStation and Meta. That's pretty cool.
PlayStation and Steam. It apparently came out on MetaQuest already and is $9, and then $15 on PSVR and Steam.
Sorry, I every time I stop sharing with you guys, I lose audio. So,
I gotcha. Cool. All
right.
right.
I've also been playing Battlefield 6. Played a bunch of it the past 2 weekends. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm a huge Battlefield fan, and so it's no surprise that I would love this one. Battlefield 2042 obviously was not great, but this Battlefield 6 is very much old Battlefield back again. Yeah, just modern combat and ton of fun. Had a blast playing it. I think there were 4 maps in the beta this past weekend you could play. The newest one they added being Brooklyn, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm curious to see like what some of the bigger maps they're gonna have are, because there was really only one really large map that had like jets and helicopters and stuff in the beta, and that's kind of where I think Battlefield thrives, is on those huge maps where there's a jet flying by, you can use an AA rocket to shoot it down, that kind of thing. Yeah, enjoying Battlefield 6 so much that I started playing Battlefield 2042 again, because the beta for Battlefield 6 ended last night, and then this morning Battlefield 2042 launched a brand new map in it, which is crazy considering that the game's been out for so long. They added a new map in it, and they also added a free battle pass for everybody, which lets you unlock weapons and skins for Battlefield 6. So, yeah, worth playing if you're super into Battlefield 6 and want to unlock stuff before it comes out. Honestly, like, genius move on their part to do that, because it's just going to drive player count up in Battlefield 2042 leading up to the launch of Battlefield 6. And it's like something where it's like every week new challenges come out to help you progress the battle pass. So it'll at least get me to play for a day every week to get those challenges done.
So for the beta, because I also played 6 beta, how much stuff did you unlock? Because the cool thing about the beta is there are a bunch of challenges in it, and then you unlock stuff for Battlefield 6 for the full game. So I think I unlocked like 7 or 8 things for the game when it comes out. And I was like, oh yeah, I spent all Sunday like, the shit turns off tonight. I got to get to level 15 so I can get my fucking, white camo skin or whatever it was.
So yeah, similar thing happened for me is I was kind of behind going into this past weekend. And then Saturday night, we'll talk about it in a bit, but we played some Destiny. And did we play Saturday? We did play Saturday, yeah. And when we stopped playing, I joined Jim Tasty. I don't know, you guys might have seen his
he's a nice
Twitch
guy.
streams before, but he's a kind of funny best friend. I joined up on him, and we played until like 2:30 in the morning, just trying to get challenges done. And so yeah, I got the level 15 challenge done. I did everything except for level 20 and the Rusher. The one where you got to capture strong points or something.
15 things in
just
Rush.
because we kept loading in and we were defending, and you can't progress defending. You have to be attacking. Last but not least, me and Matt have gone off the deep end, and
I love this era of you and Matt just doing weird shit constantly.
Okay, you have no idea.
I've played this game. It's good shit. I'm not in it like you are, but
Adam, I'm telling you,
okay,
you don't know. Me and Matt, all right, we each have racing wheels. We've had these racing wheels for years. I've had it for like 3 years. Matt's had his for like a year or whatever. But anyway,
didn't Matt just get his when we started playing all those Mud Runner games?
Yeah, he just got it probably like a year ago, 8 months ago. So, in the last year or so, he got it. But anyway, we've been talking like, yo, let's play F1. Let's play Forza. Let's play something. And finally, I was like, all right, what F1 game do you own? Because I knew he owned one. He's like, oh, I have F1 23. I was like, cool. It's on Game Pass. I'll download it. We'll play. Yo, me and Matt have jumped off the deep end playing fucking racing games. We're all in on F1 23, which is funny considering F1 25 is already out. We're just playing 2 years behind. This game lets you do an online co-op where you both join like the same race team and do a whole season. And so that's what we've been doing with our race wheels. And when I tell you like we are bad, like that is an understatement. We like each race, like you can see my screen right here. I'm just like flying off the track, like with my race wheel, like in like the physics of it are like realistic, and damage is realistic in the sense where like if you tap a wall, you're fucking losing your front wing of your car. And when you do that, you have no downforce. So like turning gets super hard. It's crazy. And like if you crash into a wall too hard, your wheel, guess what? Just goes flying off and you're retired from the whole race. You can see right here, I just smashed into the fucking wall. My wheel's gone. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Damage.
But we have been getting progressively better. I'm winning races. Matt's won a race or two. We are on Team Haas. We decided to choose a team that is known to be very bad, just because we want to rise them through the ranks. But yeah, me and Matt are all in to the point that we both bought fucking race chairs that mount our wheel and pedals to them. And we have not played together yet with these chairs. We just got them last week. I've had a rough few weeks, so it's kind of been hard to motivate myself to want to get back into it. But yeah, we're gonna play with these race wheels and our new race chairs. Yeah, so Matt bought his. He got the Logitech branded one. I just bought one off Facebook Marketplace. I saw somebody selling. I got it for $80. Pretty good deal considering it's like $250 retail. Yeah, it's pretty nice though. It folds up. It goes in my closet. It's man, Elise. When I told her I was going to pick this thing up, she just told me bye. She said bye. See you later.
Is it compatible with like? Can you use that same chair and wheel and stuff like that with like GT7 on PSVR?
Yeah. So I have I specifically bought the Xbox branded Logitech race wheel because there's a workaround you can do. It's very dumb. I had to buy this thing called a drive hub that connects via USB to the console, but I also have to have I think I have it right here. One second. All right. I also have to have this very specific PlayStation 4 Hori controller that's USB. It's this very specific one is the only one that works with the drive hub and the Xbox version of the race wheel to then be able to use the race wheel on PlayStation. And so I can use it on PlayStation and VR, which will be cool to try out. We're off the deep end. So much so that I was like, I got to stream this. We were having so much fun. Like it's been a blast and I can't wait to get back. And me and Matt are, a matter of months away from just caving and buying the newest F1 game. I'm sure of it.
You should. This is a story of every F1 fan, by the way. They're just like, yeah, I've heard about it. It's fine. And then like the next thing you know, they're literally obsessed and it's their entire life.
Yeah. I mean, like me and Matt have always been fans of F1. Like we've been watching, we text about it all the time. But the fact that now, like, I think the flip of a switch for us was that we realized we can be on the same team co-op online. Like that was a game changer, right?
Like perverts together, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, we're being idiots together and crashing into walls together. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's F1. That's F1 23. We're gonna keep playing. Haas is gonna win the cup. Me and Matt are gonna compete against each other for the championship. On the same team. Yo, you see right there, Matt just goes spinning out. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oh dear.
Oh, this shit's wild. Well, I guess Peggy. Oh, go ahead, Cozy.
I just want to say real quick before we move on to the last game you've been playing, Joel. I went and looked up the trophy list for Hide the Corpse because I was very, very pleased to learn that this game is on PlayStation VR 2 as well as the other platforms. And unfortunately, this game has 18 bronze trophies, 7 silver trophies, and 5 gold trophies, but no platinum trophy.
God damn it.
Very poor showing. I gotta say, this game looks very good. Go out and play it, but very poor showing on the part of PlayStation. How could you? How could you? That's all.
I guess to piggyback off of what Joel was doing before, Chad, because you two played games together, so I guess that makes sense to transition to you.
Yeah, I played 2 things. 1 game. Oh, what? Yeah, EFC is the Edge of Fate campaign. I don't think I talked about the fact that we had beat this game, the Destiny 2 Edge of Fate expansion. I think the last time I clued everyone in, we were like 2/3 of the way through it. But yeah, me, Matt, Dallas, we beat it so that we could raid because we wanted to raid. And everyone's like, I'm raid ready. And I was like, y'all, none of us are raid ready because we haven't beat the campaign and you have to beat the campaign. And we're like, oh, fuck. And then everyone had to go beat the campaign. And yeah, last time we talked about it, I was like, I don't know, not really following the story or anything like that. I think the last mission was really cool and it had a really cool environment. And you see this big giant squid monster in the sky, and it's like, oh shit, that's one of the 9 is a dead corpse, and they brought it back to life, and all that. And spoilers for things that you want to understand anyway. But yeah, it was a kind of cool campaign. Altogether, though, I'm still not like in my Destiny highs that I have been for the last couple of years. But it's really fascinating to see that everyone else around me is. And so like Dallas is fucking level 290 something and we're all like 140 and he's been playing every night, grinding shit, and it's like, who are you? You were like, he was famous for a while for just anytime Destiny was ever brought up, he'd be like, Destiny sucks. And now he's like more into this game than all the rest of us. So that's interesting to be on the other side of this thing. But what did get me bricked was playing this raid this weekend. Desert Desert Perpetual. That's what it's called, right? Yeah,
Yep,
Desert
Desert
Perpetual raid.
Perpetual.
This is, we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago whenever it launched, the like apparently hardest and most tanky bosses and like frustrating raids, like especially to day one contest mode raids. I watched a bunch of streamers fail miserably at it and be really like they were gonna go for a 24-hour live stream and they had to quit at like 18 hours and take a nap and come back and all. And it was yeah, we played it this week. And I'll be honest, like I didn't even ask anybody in the group chat. I didn't even text the secret Discord and be like, "Hey y'all, when are we raiding?" I was just like, "We've moved on. We're past that kind of thing. I don't know if this will ever happen again." And then people are just like, "Hey, we got a raid." And I was like, "What are you talking about? We got a raid? Who are you? Who is this person now?" And then everyone else, like, yeah. When are we doing this raid? We got to do it before. I need the bag. I need the jacket. We got to do it now. I was like, "Whoa, who are these people?" And sure enough, we got organized. We started out on Wednesday. We're like, "Hey, let's tackle like an encounter or two maybe per night. Everyone do your homework, watch the videos, because we're not even going to pretend like we're going to figure this thing out ourselves." And we get in there and like two people did the homework and we got one encounter knocked out, felt good, came back the next night, did another one, came back a couple nights later. Actually, no, we didn't finish one the first night, right, Joel?
No, we did. We did.
We did?
No, maybe
There was one night we didn't do something. Because we played Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And Sunday we did 2 encounters, and there were 4 total. So one of these nights we didn't beat anything. But I am flabbergasted that we got through this. We ended last night, what was it, like 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Eastern time?
Yeah.
Everyone on the East Coast was like, there for the whole last hour of that final boss encounter, Joel and Jericho were just completely silent. I swear to God, Jericho was just like asleep. She was somehow her character was on the screen, killing everything on the screen while we were all doing all the mechanics. But she was probably like
she went into like a fugue state, and it's just like automatically doing as best as she can without like consciously realizing it.
Yeah. If you're watching the video version of the podcast, you can see her. This is us towards the end of the night here. She just no expression on her face, just getting flashbanged by her monitor.
That's what I'm saying. Fugue state.
But I had a blast. It felt so good to be back with all those people and raiding and having a good time. I bought the jacket and bought the raid bag, which we had to beat the raid before, I think the 28th or something like that, in order to be able to do that. So we got all that taken care of. And then immediately at like 2:30 in the morning, Joel's texting, "All right, when are we doing this again? You doing this after reset on Tuesday? When are we doing it again?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm available every night this week." And I'm like, geez, these Destiny sickos. I'm proud of them. Had a great time. That's it. That's all I played this week.
Very cool. Cozy, what's going on with you?
I've not had much of a chance to play much of anything really over the course of the past week, partially because we've been entertaining some guests from out of town, from Barcelona, Spain.
From outer space?
Who have come to, yes, from outer Spain, who have come to stay with us. But also partially because I've been very busy working on a new video game for the Kind of Funny Happy Hour podcast. I'm not going to go super in depth into exactly what the game is because I've not yet revealed it to the world, and I'm certain that I'll talk about it a lot on the next podcast that we do together. But long story short, I've been part of the Kind of Funny Happy Hour podcast for a little while now. Typically when I come in, when I get called to the stage, I like play a little game show segment that I'll organize for the host of that particular episode. Last month in July, I was like, you know what if I straight up made an entire recreation of Jeopardy and then uploaded it to itch.io, like using Unity. And that went over really well. And so now I'm working on a new game that is both similar yet also different to my little Jeopardy game that I prepared last month. This one has a theming around it that people who loved KFAF back in the day, the long defunct show starring Nick Scarpino and Andy Cortez, will very much appreciate, and I will leave it at that. So excited to talk about it next week. Again, I don't want to divulge too much right here and right now, but yeah, that stuff's really cool. It's at the beginning of this year, I made a big pledge to get really into video game development, and at times it's definitely been hard to stick to that pledge, but having a goal in mind of, I got to make a new video game in time for this month's Kind of Funny Happy Hour podcast has been a kind of great motivator to keep me focused on this task. And so I'm excited to show you all the fruits of my efforts.
Very cool. As for me, same things from last week, nothing new or interesting there. The only interesting thing is that my review for Is This Seat Taken is now live on gamesandwich.com, so you can read that. The interesting thing about that, I didn't know beforehand. Joel, you'll know this whenever you turn in your review. That website is on OpenCritic, so I technically have...
so you technically have
on...
a conflict of interest.
Yeah, because I definitely had this game in any league that I have. No, did not. But no, technically I do have an OpenCritic credit to my name now, so didn't even know that was going to be a thing until this morning, so that's pretty cool. But very cool. Yeah, so check out that review of Is This It Taken? And yeah, just Battlefield and Marvel Rivals and stuff. Nothing new or interesting there. That's it for me.
Two more things that I forgot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Looking at the screen right now and seeing Blaster Goblin on there, we got introduced to a whole Larry the Cable Guy like family of foods. There's a Larry the Cable Guy salsa, and
he's currently making food.
I don't know if it's current. Well, yeah, I guess it's current because Blaster Goblin was telling us like, "Hey, this is the best salsa. Like, don't worry that it has Larry the Cable Guy's face on it, but like, go get this salsa." So yeah, that exists. That's one of those Twitch chat deep raid night kind of things that just only happens. Oh, Joel's bringing it up. Oh my God. It's even better. It's even better than I imagined.
The tub with a handle, you know it's good salsa.
Yeah, tub with a handle.
Well, that's what he was saying. He was saying they sell it in a gallon.
That's so gross.
Disgusting.
Oh, man.
And then the other thing that I forgot, Cozy.
Yes.
What's this?
Oh boy. We've done this game quite a few times in the past. So I'm going to say, based on prior experiences, that's probably a ghost that has invaded your camera view right now. It's pretty unusual because usually ghosts are transparent, but this ghost is rock solid opaque for whatever reason.
Wrong. It's a god. It's the god Pokemon Arceus.
Hey, big old Arceus.
That little thing.
Big old Arceus.
Big old. I also, my best friend's son's birthday is in about a month.
Oh.
Kid loves Snorlax. Big ass Snorlax coming his way in the mail. I'm excited to send that. That's it.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right, moving on to chat. I do have a quick one. Yeah, we got enough time. I've got one of these right here.
Segment from Adam. That's
Segment
Secret
from
Lovers.
Adam.
Secret Lovers.
It's by Whitney Houston, I believe. This week's edition of Segment from Adam, it's kind of one we've done before, and I kind of threw it together at the last minute because I was like, we can't go over it. But I was like, oh, maybe we'll be fine. The idea of this is I took reviews from Metacritic. They are based on video games. I will say that all the video games are from this year, and they're all games that nobody would say are AAA. Like, there's nothing from EA, Microsoft, that, you know what I'm saying. What's going on, Chad? What's so funny?
Just watching Joel go through
barbecue
the
ribs,
steak seasoning.
I don't know if
It's never ending
right now.
This is endless content. Blaster Goblin is a genius. He's a genius. You can get so much Larry the Cable Guy merch and lore. It's insane. It's just a bottomless well of content. Sorry, I'll stop sharing. Continue.
Oh, you're fine.
No,
you're fine.
I love this.
So these are all games that have released this year. And they are all games that, again, are not necessarily small indies, but they're things you've heard of, but none of them are like a major... It's not an EA game, it's not a Ubisoft game, it's whatever. These clues are a little easier than normal, so I'm just going to read through them, and whoever can... Joel, you can play too, and if you can tell me the name of the game, you get one guess per clue, and then you'll get points based on that. So I've got 3 games here. Remember, they're all games that are from this year that are quote-unquote indie, if you need to go that way. Clue number 1 for the game number 1. Puzzles within puzzles, puzzles within puzzles, puzzles within puzzles, puzzles within puzzles.
Blueprints.
Give yourself 3 points, Chad.
Wow.
Nailed it, bro. Oh my God. How did you guess that so quick?
Puzzles, baby.
You're just thinking about puzzles. Very
Just
good.
thinking about puzzles.
Again, some of these are absolutely unhinged. That's crazy you got on the first one. The other one's for Blueprints, where this game is and again, these are user reviews, so they're kind of nonsense. This game is the definition of wasted potential. It's a shame because they started with had a good idea for a roguelike, but then made it all RNG based, and it star. I'm assuming some kind of curse. It took me 21 tries, approximately 5 hours, to finally have good RNG to arrive to the antechamber, only to find out that it looked from all three sides. They had to pull some levers, which can only be found in special rooms that open with special keys, which are also random and super rare. So yeah, more RNG involved. Sounds like a complaint, not a review, but there you go. And the last one is, I don't like roguelikes or even puzzle games, but even I had to admit this game is a masterpiece. Not a single bug and amazing design. It's a bit too random for me, but that probably has more to do with the fact this kind of game isn't really my genre, so that's probably me perceiving it incorrectly. As a friend of mine said to me recently, quote unquote, blueprints, ... more like blue balls.
Wow.
I don't know what hey, look. That was funny. You got me on that one. So Chad has 3 points and currently in the lead. Game number 2. Review number 1. The only reason Jesus would come back to the world he created is because of how outstanding this is.
There is that game on Steam called You Are Christ. Now, I don't know if that game ever came out or if that was just something that people got mad about on Twitter that wasn't actually a real game. But there's no fault in guessing right now, so I'm going to say You Are Christ, the PC game that may or may not exist.
It is not I Am Christ, which has not come out yet. Chad, you want to guess?
Peak.
Peak, no. Good guess, I suppose, but no, that Jesus would not come back for Peak, apparently. Clue, or Joel, do you have any guess?
No, sorry. I'm completely sidetracked.
No, you're fine. All right, clue number 2. I gave it 10 to get these user scores higher. It is only 97. The game is the best intro to a... The game is the best intro to a game series I have ever played. It has good gameplay that is not hard for starters and a secret boss that even challenges better players. The game is also really funny.
The game is also really funny thing at the end, like, kind of throws me off, because I was going to suggest a Souls-like game that's come out within the past year, like Wu Chang or Black Myth Wukong, but I don't really associate those games as being funny. You know what I mean?
They did give it a 10, so the user score is only 97. Word for word, what they wrote.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just guess Wu Chang Fallen Feathers all the same.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Is this he taken?
No, incorrect. I'm going to read this. I'm going to omit this one word because that would probably give it away. But if you guys can't guess it, I will just tell you the thing. Okay. If blank could be more mundane in a good way, but at the same time, show heightened maturity, spectacular soundtrack, very polished pixel art, well-developed game loop, all that with themes and writing that stay with you. A must play. If blank could be more mundane, but at the same time show way more heightened maturity.
Pixel art. This is
it's got pixel art,
Yeah,
good soundtrack. What's a pixel art game people like the original one?
The original one.
Well, because if
Final
blank
Fantasy.
could be more mundane, they're talking about another game that was created by this.
Oh.
Because I don't want to give it away, but that's kind of a clue. If blank could be more mundane, but at the same time show heightened maturity. So they're comparing this new game to the old one.
Deltarune.
Congratulations, Chad. Give yourself 1 point.
Oh.
It is
Bingo!
reviews for Deltarune, so that's 4 total for Chad. A game I have not played, don't know anything about, but the kids like it. Jesus would like it if he came back, apparently, is all that we know.
That might be a reference to the fact that I'm pretty sure What's-His-Face, the creator of Deltarune, didn't he give a copy of Undertale to the former Pope? I'm pretty sure that happened.
Maybe. That sounds like a thing Toby Fox
What
would
is
do.
a copy of Undertale? Is that even physical? You just give him a thumb drive?
Yeah,
With,
give
like,
him
the
a
Steam
fucking
EXE
a
on
Steam
it?
code or whatever. Yeah. All right, we're on to our third and last one.
Hold on, I want to correct myself real quick. So as far as I can tell, Toby Fox did not give the Pope a copy of Undertale, but the Pope did listen to Megalovania, which is the famous song from Undertale. That did happen.
Okay. Interesting. Megalovania.
Like on purpose? Like the Pope went to Spotify and said, I want to listen to this song? Or like it was playing when the Pope was eating dinner at a restaurant somewhere?
From PC Gamer in 2022, the Pope started 2022 by blasting a song from hit RPG Undertale. For some reason, the Pope has now heard one of the most iconic video game songs of the 2010s. Yesterday, during a weekly general audience, the speakers in the Vatican blasted Undertale's Megalovania as circus performers juggled and unicycled in front of His Holiness. Later in the circus segment, the song plays back Undertale's boss fight, with Sans plays and nobody bats an eye. This jazzy trumpet-filled version of Megalovania works well with the performance and the wide camera shots of the performers juggling balls while an expressionless audience looks on, makes it extra surreal. So basically, His Holiness hosted a circus event in the Vatican, and the circus performers played Megalovania to go along with their act.
Oh. And at the very end, they said, "Sir, that was from Undertale."
Okay, wait. Hold on. One last important detail. This is at the end of the PC Gamer article. The Pope had actually been exposed to Undertale before. In 2016, YouTuber MatPat, so not Toby Fox, but MatPat, was invited along with a bunch of influencers to speak with the Pope, and he gave the Pope a copy of Undertale. So that's where that came from.
What a weird organized religion. Just like the Pope's having a circus performance and then MatPat hangs out with the Pope. What the fuck is going on over there? Anyways, our last game.
You think the Pope has a PC? Like
the new one does because he's from Chicago. He definitely has a
right.
PC. He's a cool guy. All right. Review number 1 for game number 3. Fucks. So hard that it was fun. Among the Souls-like genre, the most difficult boss battle of all time stimulated my desire to challenge myself.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
Incorrect. By the way, fuck was FUXX and 3 exclamation points. So hard it was fun. The most difficult boss battle of all time stimulated my desire to challenge myself.
Elden Ring Night Rain.
No. Moving on to number 2. I love the original game. When I buy the DLC, I am very hype. But for can play the DLC, you must go to Chapter 9. It's very stupid. I have no time.
Fuck!
Congratulations, Chad. I have no time to make a second long play just for play to the DLC, so I make refund on Steam. A 6-year-old AI wrote that review, apparently, but that is that one. And we're going on to the last one just because I thought it was funny. It is Last Be Overture, though, so congratulations, Chad, for sweeping the board. For those frustrated people...
By the way, I was able to access that DLC at Chapter 5 somehow.
So. Listen, the child says Chapter 9. It's very stupid. I have no time for second long play. All right, for our last review on Let's Be Overture. For those frustrated people who come here to downgrade this great game just because they added several difficulty modes, I have something for you. Heartburn pills. Lies of P is one of the few games that come close to Bloodborne in terms of atmosphere, and I honestly don't give a damn about the difficulties. The DLC is very good, as is the story mode, and no one is forced to play on easy mode because there are modes for all types of players. Giving a game like this a 0 just shows how depressingly certain individuals are. Lies of Peak! I thought that was interesting. There you go. That is, that's my game for the... Congratulations, Chad, for sweeping the board.
Sweep! I do have a correction. Secret Lovers was not a Whitney Houston song, but instead was by the band Atlantic Starr, whose members were Barbara Weathers and David Lewis.
Oh, I knew it wasn't Whitney Houston. I just said a funny name.
Oh, well.
There you go.
Egg on my face. We
man.
don't have a Game on Game Show, but we do have a Cozy's question of the week. We promise it's not the KKK.
Chad, I currently, right in front of me, have 23 questions for the taking.
Oh my God, just like Jim Carrey's number 23 movie, Lucky 23. The 23 is everywhere.
I would like you to pick...
Joel played F1 23.
I would like you to pick a whole integer odd number. Adam, I'd like you to pick a whole integer even number. And Joel, you can pick either an odd or an even number so long as it is a whole integer.
Does it have to be within the confines of 1 to 23, or do I just pick a...
Yes. Okay. It has to be.
23. Michael Jordan, 23.
23.
17. Mickey 17.
17 and
Ocean's
Adam.
12.
12. Okay, let's start fun and we'll get gradually more serious. Number 23. What is your go-to dipping sauce for nugs? Chicken nuggets or
Larry the
non-chicken
Cable Guy
nuggets?
salsa.
Well, the Larry the Cable Guy salsa. One more. I'm just kidding.
So I'm a barbecue sauce. 100%.
Same.
Barbecue.
Barbecue for nugs all day, every day. And if there's no barbecue sauce, or if I go to a place that has bad barbecue sauce, then I'm a 4-year-old ketchup kid.
For me, I mean, barbecue's pretty good. I like honey as well. I'll dip my nugs in some honey if given the option, but I'm not like immediately going for honey if I don't already have it.
It also depends. If I'm at a place that I know has like really good, like that really good creamy ranch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll get that as well. That's not all I'm getting. I will also get the ranch. Mainly barbecue sauce, but also ranch. Sometimes buffalo. Sometimes buffalo.
You guys remember
like
when the
buffalo.
whole Rick and Morty fiasco happened where people were going into
Szechuan,
McDonald's?
yeah.
Did either of you try the Szechuan sauce when they brought it back? How was it?
No.
Yeah, I
did
mean
not.
it's a sweet and sour sauce. That's all it is. Like that's literally all Szechuan sauce is. It's good. I mean, if you like sweet and sour, that's what it is. For me, it's sweet sriracha. That's the best dipping sauce. This shit is bangs.
Sounds good. All right. And with that, moving on to number 17. What's a dead genre of movie that you want to bring back? It doesn't have to be as broad as something like film noir. It can be as specific as animal sports movies or movies narrated by Morgan Freeman.
What are the movies that you watch on a couch in a movie theater instead of in the seats of the movie theater? Like,
Couch? What?
Remember Cozy? He had that weird dollar movie theater that they sat on a couch and watched the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Whatever
Is
movie that
guy's
was, let's bring
house?
that back. Yeah.
In some weird room.
What was the movie that we watched on that? It was a movie about
was
a
something
Chinese ballerina.
Yeah, we looked it up. It was something weird. Dang, I would say animals playing sports. I mean, that's happening. We're getting new Airbuds, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
we are.
prayer's already been answered.
Mao's Last Answer was the movie that I saw.
What's a kind of movie I like?
Here's one that I want to have new versions of and enjoy, but I don't think that I would actually enjoy them. And that's the stop motion holiday movies.
Oh.
The same ones that came out in 2 BC are the same ones that we have nowadays. But I don't want like claymation Wallace and Gromit shit. I want stop motion holiday movies.
Oh, holiday specifically?
Not
Yes.
made with clay, but still stop motion, is what you're saying.
I just specifically don't want them in that British Wallace. I hate Wallace and Gromit. That's
Wow.
what I
I
really
love
want. Is
Wallace
I
and
want someone to
Gromit.
go smush all those Wallace and
they're
Gromit
so
clay
good.
figures into one big ball, like a fucking.
I'll tell
what's
you-
that, what's
I'll
that
tell you
ball
what I want.
Katamari game?
Katamari
Damacy.
Damacy.
Yeah. I want more movies where Tom Hanks just plays a lot of people, like The Polar Express, where he just has many roles in the same
He's
movie.
just a bunch of people.
I do miss those, like, you know, we started with the Eddie Murphy playing everyone in The Clumps and Nutty Professor. Like, those one person plays everyone, and like Medea, I guess, was the last one of those. But
Yeah.
like,
You know, my favorite one was in Tropic Thunder when Jack Black's actor character was doing those kind of movies. And I forgot, it's like the Farties or something like
Yeah,
that.
the
I would like
Farties
to watch
Fart
that
too.
actual.
Yeah.
That would be great.
yeah,
For me, it's Muppet movies. I would like to. I didn't like the weird Muppet movies where they're just like hanging out in New York for whatever reason. But when they were doing like, we're doing Christmas Carol, we're doing Treasure Island, like that shit was fun.
do you remember when Jeff Keighley was in Muppet Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, I do. I watched that movie the minute it came out. I was into it.
So I had a joke answer for this one, and I'll just get it out there right now. I want them to make more Bionicle movies, because if they were making more Bionicle movies, it would mean that Bionicle is back. My real answer, and this is going to also sound like a joke answer, but I do genuinely, emphatically mean this when I say it. Just Star Trek movies in general. Star Trek 2009, the J.J. Abrams movie, so good. Both of its sequels not as good, but still very enjoyable. And it feels like every few years, it's like Quentin Tarantino might be working on a movie. Now he's not working on a movie. They had plans to do this, but now it's not happening. Like, just make another one. It can be with Chris Pine and his whole crew. It can be with another crew. I genuinely have a lot of affection for the Star Trek movies, and I wish that they would make more of them.
I got a service for you called Paramount Plus. You're really gonna like it. A lot of Star Trek on there.
I have a lot of love for the TV shows as well, but like the like 1.5 hour to 2 hour long movie format serves Star Trek very well as well.
I think that they did make one with Michelle Yeoh, but apparently it was very bad.
Right. Yeah, they did. It was like something like Section 33 or something.
Plug for the new, I know this is like only tangentially related, but like the new Alien Earth show on FX. V good so far. 2 episodes out. Bricked.
All right. Last question for Cozy's question of the week. We can either go really dumb or real serious with this one. What is the Mount Rushmore of video game quotes?
You got the Miyamoto one where it's like,
I was going to say,
the fake Miyamoto one.
So it's funny is
real.
when I wrote this question, I was thinking of like quotes said by characters in video games, but literally before you even said that, Chad, I was thinking to myself, we have to have the Miyamoto quote on Mount Rushmore, even though that's technically not something that was said in a game. We got it.
Here's what has to be on there though. It has to be the Miyamoto quote, and then there has to be like the 2025 version, like you could tell because it's a different color rock because it's cleanly blown away from the old quote. But this one's like, hey, a bad game is bad forever, but a delayed game will get canceled and the team will lose all their jobs. And like that's
damn.
That's the quote that's going to replace the one that's already on.
Also,
there.
a thing he did not say.
I got one.
That's so crazy. He never said that.
Go for it.
We're gonna put up there, carved into the mountain. This is an Xbox.
Ooh.
Hey, that actually works.
That's good.
I actually thought about actual video games, like what the prompt said. And I'm just trying to think, but outside of like "Would you kindly," I cannot think of another like.
Oh, "Would you kindly" is good.
Specific quote from a video game.
This one is current, but for those who come after.
Yeah.
F to pay respects.
Continue together.
F to pay respects is also
F
on
to
there.
pay respects. That's good.
That's a good one.
What did Jack Garland say in the Final Fantasy? I don't give a fuck who you are.
Kill. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna kill chaos. I don't give a fuck.
Kill chaos. That should be
yeah.
up there. Just kill chaos! Exclamation point. There's a lot of silly ones. Now, if I think of outside of the box, like you guys were thinking of, like real world stuff people say about video games. Oh man, there's got to be a funny one I could think of. What's a real stupid, goofy one? If you're a real fan, you'll find a way. The thing Randy Pitchford said about
Randy
if Borderlands 4
Pitchford.
was $80.
Yeah. It's Borderlands. Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Anything Randy Pitchford, any tweet, just get a picture of Randy Pitchford tweeting up on the mountain will probably give you something decent.
A serious quote. This isn't intended to be funny at all, but the opening crawl from Super Metroid, the last Metroid is in captivity, the galaxy's at peace. But not a giggle factory like some of the other quotes we've been listing off of, but that would make the old school old ass nerds like myself happy.
I mean, 2 other ones that I feel like are deserving of the conversation: Leroy Jenkins and "All your base are belong to us."
Yeah, those meme ones are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I need a weapon, and then because from Halo, and then you could just say "boy," because everyone knows what that means.
Yep. Yeah.
And then wahoo, wow.
Oh, I do have a potato.
Whenever he burns his butt, that's the quote from Mario I want.
He has a very specific yell in Mario Sunshine.
That was not it.
No, that's the Mario Sunshine one. That's the Mario Sunshine.
Him getting waterboarded by flood.
Look it up. I'm serious. That's what it sounds like.
I believe you.
Okay, if that's that, then we are done with Cozy's question of the week for this week.
And that is it for episode 404, Error Zelda 2 of Respawn Aim Fire. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. As we just alluded to with, for those who come after, Expedition 33, Clair Obscura, is our barf game for these 2 months. So we are wrapping up the month of August, meaning that review discussion is coming soon. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. But that also means if you're a patron over at patreon.com/respawningfire for $1, you get to participate in the vote, which is going to happen next week for what are we playing in September. And Cozy has done the research to find out it is my month for September to choose the game. So I'm very excited to have that responsibility. And while you're there, check out Rafter Dark Episode 7, where you see the epic sequel to Cozy's IKEA date scenario that he has set up in last month's Rafter Dark. What is Rafter Dark? Oh, it's once a month when we get together and we talk about anything but video games, and it turns out to be some of our best content that's out there. So go take a listen to that. If you're not a patron, you can go watch the very first one, Rafter Dark 6, where we learn all about the whole IKEA scenario. IKEA Costco feud as well with their hot dogs. And that's all that we've got, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, here's our usual sign off.
Rather easy, no.